first coming here was, it happened at a great time, but it's like working on the prints. It was like taking apart the language in the drawings that I had been working on beforehand and the paintings that I had just finished. And now I'm back in the studio in New York working on these new paintings that are really informed by that kind of slowed down process that happens with printmaking, where things are taken apart and then decisions have to be made kind of so carefully because you're going, you know, the whole process is so much, it's slowed down, every color and every weight of every mark. So, I mean, I think that really shifted a lot of small directions in the studio that I'm finding out now. And because each mark that you put down, then you have to really think about why, if it's so arduous to actually do it, why is it important to do it, and then how can you actually affect that ink when it becomes just ink on paper? How do you change? What decisions can you make to actually make that ink sit on paper differently? And so these different questions come up that can't really come up in painting or drawing when you're in the same way, because you don't have those options. Well, the etch line is sculptural in the way that it's etched into the copper, but then also how the ink goes into the plate and then sits on the paper, and it becomes this, you know, it has almost this slight, it feels like it's almost embossed on the paper, even if it's really not that much. But so there's the sculptural element to it, and then the different weight lines, how long something's etched, or also the different types, like engraved lines have a very different quality. So for me, the layering could come above the surface, even if you don't really see that often, you know, that much. It was, I don't know, it's something that really comes out in etchings. They're very dimensional in that way, I think.